It's fine.
Everybody?
It's
on his list. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us tonight on this unfortunately cold October night. Days have definitely got shorter. Before we start, I'd just like to note a few good things and one thing to remind everyone about. Firstly, splendid news, we've got the award from the Football Foundation for £700,000 towards our new 3G pitch. Special thanks must go to our Deputy Town Clerk, who has worked tirelessly on this, as well as all the members of the 353-357 Reading Road Working Group. It is a testament to all their hard work together that this has come through. And I thoroughly look forward to going to see it when it's complete. Otherwise, later this week, we also have a visit from our twin town in Leichlingen. It's good delegation, so hopefully a lot of you will be coming along to the drinks on Thursday evening. Other news, I met with our new MP yesterday, along with the town clerk. It was a very positive meeting, and I look forward to continue to work with him, as I'm sure all future mayors and councillors will do as well. One last note, between now and the next full council, we also have remembrance. So I trust that the town, as always, will get behind the British Legion in remembering our fallen. Right. Kicking off, apologies for absence, town clerk.
We have apologies from councillors Eggleton, Jackson, Reisman and Raymond.
Thank you. Declarations of interest. I see none. Public participation. No, nothing tonight. 4 minutes. Through the minutes of the full council meeting held on the 3rd of September 2024. Proposal. Seconder, thank you, councillors Buckley and Dodds. All in favour? Thank you. Minutes of committee meetings, reports committees. First is planning. First is councillor Buckley.
Shall I stand up? Minutes of the meeting of the planning committee. Agenda item 80, apologies for absence. 81, declarations of interest. 82, minutes. 83, public participation. 84, plans new. 85, certificate of lawful development. 86, permitted development application. 87, national planning policy framework. 88, progress report. Apologies, plans
Sorry.
new.
Councillor Thomas.
Thank you. So this comes on the plans new, and it refers to P24 S2642 full. This is to do with the Taylor Wimpey application to build 95 homes between it's in Harpston, but it's actually near Shipley. I'd just like to update councillors with what's happened, because it's been quite a fast moving situation. At the last planning meeting, we decided that we wanted to invite the other parishes to decide if we would like to again put together a joint response. The TFAG community group from Shipley, all of us have actually commissioned an independent engineer's report on Taylor Wimpey's plans. That report was signed off at the end of last week. So we were able to meet with the other parish councils on Monday afternoon and agreed the way forward. And we are going to be submitting a joint response and including the independent reports from JBA, which are the engineering consultants. This, as you know, is an ongoing multifaceted. I don't know how many times they've come back with proposals for how they're going to stabilise the ground and how they are going to deal with the drainage at this site. It's a huge threat to the aquifer, and it affects the water supply to tens of thousands of people's homes. Thames Water are not actually, they're a statutory consultee, but they're not allowed to object to this application. So let's be clear about that. But they have actually tried to, I guess, in their reports on the South Oxfordshire District Planning Authority's portal, to try and defend their position as much as possible. The Environment Agency are yet to make any comments, but comments are due back by the end of this week. I believe Monday is the other deadline as well. So we are ready with the report and Jodie Rhymes, the planning officer, has put together as well all of the local plan information and any relevant policy from the National Planning Policy Framework. So that report will be going in as soon as possible, I believe tomorrow. No, just to give the councillors a flavour of just one of the conclusions that was drawn by JBA. They've said here, their very last line in the report says that the risk to the water supply remains unacceptable and against best guidance, which precludes the use of grouting in SPZ1. PFA grout is not permitted in groundwater source protection zone 1, and that's according to the BRE guidelines 2009. So it is not permitted. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Thomas. So Councillor Buckley.
Agenda item 85, certificate of lawful development. 86, permitted development application. 87, national planning policy framework. 88, progress report. So move.
Favour? Thank you very much. Next, Recreation Amenities, Councillor Dodds.
I wish to present the minutes of recreation amenities held on Tuesday, 10th of September. Item 20, apologies for absence. 21, declarations of interest. 22, public participation. 23, minutes. 24, progress. 25, finances. 26, red line law and installation of CCTV. 27, town hall electrical installation condition report. 28, cleaner position for council properties. 29, park services vehicles purchase of tractor. I so move.
Thank you. All in favour? Thank you very much. Next, Town and Community, Councillor Lambert.
Thank you. I'd like to present the minutes of the Town and Community Committee meeting held on the 17th of September. Item 34, apologies for absence. 35, declarations of interest. 36, public participation. 37, minutes. 38, communications manager update. 39, town centre manager update. Over the page, 40, finance. 41, refurbishment of town centre bus shelters. And 42, progress reports. I so move.
All in favour? Thank you very much. Finally, the Finance Strategy and Management Committee meeting. Unfortunately, the chair and deputy chair or vice chair are not here tonight. I'm going to be moving these from, or presenting these from the chair. Item 38, apologies. Item 39, declarations of interest. Item 40, public participation. 41, minutes. Item 42, finance. Item 43, grants. Councillor Garrison.
Thank you, Matt. In item 43 on grants, right at the bottom, we approved, as you can see, you get lots of grants, but right at the bottom, there is a resolve to recommend to full council that the Henley Youth Festival be awarded 1,500 from the community grant scheme. I would like to propose that we recommend to full council, or this body, that the Henley Youth Festival be awarded £1,000 from the community grant. The reason why I am proposing, presumably will be second, this is because Henley Youth Festival is a fantastic organisation that really encourages the youth of Henley to tread the boards, play an instrument. They do drama festivals, music festivals, and everything. So we should, as a town council, be definitely encouraging it. But we did look at their balances of their funds, and they have sufficient for this year to actually put on the show. And the second reason, which I've forgotten, so I'll probably stop at that point. But
Reply in the second one.
and if they need to, they can reply in the second round of funding. I may in summing up come to the last day where I propose £1,000 for this particular. Oh, that was it. The reason was we had a lot of applications, and we've only got a finite amount of money to spend. So it was putting pressure on the budget. So therefore, I propose £1,000. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Young. Is there a seconder? Councillor Buckley? All in favour of the amendment? Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Passes. Does that need to be, can we continue with the minutes?
Yeah.
Thank you. So, thank you. Item 44, policies. Item 45, town hall boiler. Item 46, cleaner recruitment. Item 47, exclusion of the public and the press. Item 48, legal updates. Item 49, 353, 357 Reading Road. Item 50, park staffing. Item 51, Mill Meadows ice cream van. Item 52, Henley Rowing Club. Item 53, Henley Volunteer Bureau. I so move. All in favour? Thank you. Next comes to reports of outside bodies. Sorry, sorry, reports of other authorities. Do we have anyone who wishes to comment, say anything?
Just in terms of the SODC grant for local businesses and organisations, when was this first raised? Because the 7th of October is a very short time to actually get any applications in and then to be submitted.
Councillor Gallagher.
Sorry, the answer is this has been flagged up for about 6 months. So it's only being reported here that it closes at that particular point. I know of 3 organisations that are at the moment applying for revenue grants. This is for money towards salaries of staff, so it's really quite important. But there are 3 organisations that are aware of it, but it's the deadline for the applications is. Yes, that's right, but it's been open for 6 or 8 months.
I hadn't realised that.
Thank you.
Yes. Otherwise, I just say thank you Eric, for the thorough report.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Arlen.
Thank you,
Yes.
Councillor. I would thank him, but he's not here.
He
so-
gave us apologies. They should probably be recorded as well, actually, because he's.
No,
He's not.
only members of council.
He's not a proper councillor. He's only a
Dare you to
district
say
It's
that,
actually
yeah.
Only one of us, Kelly.
Thank you all for that. So now it's reports of outside bodies. Does anyone wish to speak?
Sorry, Councillor.
Oh, yes.
Bit.
So I thought you.
Sorry. No, I deal with them separately. District Council.
My apologies.
Council report is on page 27. I will just add one thing to it. There is a consultation, and I've emailed, or thank you, Sheridan, for emailing to all councillors tonight. There is a consultation on the 20 mile an hour zone that is live now, and it will close on Friday, the 18th of October. It takes about 40 seconds to fill it in. I've done it, and I would hope that councillors and also members of the public will positively respond to that particular consultation. I think a 20 mile an hour zone for Henley is the right thing to do. Henley Town Council have already approved it or voted for it. So therefore there are many reasons why we should have it. The final thing, and I will just be brief, is the thing Marshlock, Horsebridge, still awaiting for information and date. I did have an email from the area director of the Environment Agency, which said that they were looking for other partners to fund the repair. Now, in my speak, that means it will be even more delayed than it's been delayed at the moment. And I know that this has slightly incensed our mayor, and he will be looking to bring a motion of censure at the next full council meeting. the wording of which will be discussed by all councillors beforehand, but councillor Plant.
No, just on that, very positive news. I was going to say, I'd like to see Daisy, along with the rest of the councillors, Erison Borsvet, almost weekly or fortnightly updates on such communications and responses like that, because it's one of those on Facebook and other social media platforms. Wrongly, that councillors taking a hammering on, oh, they're not doing anything, and it's down to this, it's down to that. So actually, we've already been doing a lot and driving a lot of the communication on it. So I think if we can have social media just reinstating the fact that that is what's happening. So I know that we work hard, but quite often behind the scenes, and when we have a really positive or a step forward, we have an update. But in the interim weeks, it's just doing nothing, sitting on the hands, and it's just like it's not the case, and it's just annoying to see. So, but if we can just drip feed out updates as we're going like that, it's great for Daisy, and it could be led by us.
So thank you. Sorry, councillor Hoskins wants to ask.
May we circulate the 20-mile-per-hour limit, which was provided by the town clerk?
Yeah.
Can we circulate it to the streets near us, like St Mark's and St.
Yes,
Mary's?
absolutely.
Okay.
I would ask all councillors to forward it to like-minded parties. Yes, it's got the link on it. You click on it. There are only 5 questions to answer, so therefore it's a pretty straightforward thing. And to councillor Plant, thank you for that comment. You're absolutely right. Yes, we should, and I will ask Daisy to. I'll give Dave some words to update. Yes, you're right. We're doing our best, but it's a brick wall at the moment. Thank you.
Thank you, Rowan.
So-
Thank you.
so How has this been circulated?
Which bit?
The 20-mile-per-hour limit?
I drafted an email, and Sheridan has forwarded to all councillors this evening.
Mhm.
Yes, that is correct. Yes, I know. So it's come through on the Hendon Town Council account.
Thank you. Any other questions? See none. Reports of outside bodies.
Thank you.
Councillor Dotts.
Thank you. I would like to thank, before I start, Stefan, the work that he's done resurfacing parts of Bell Street. They look clear, and the work you're doing this Sen. Thank you very much. Very much on that. I would like to just mention the Thamesfield Youth Association, which some of you will know. When we sold the youth centre 10 years ago, we got a chunk of money and it's been invested. And I thought it'd be interesting for the council to know that over the 10 years, we have given out to the young people and organisations in the town £730,000. And Mr. Mayor, myself had the delight on Saturday morning. We've given a substantial contribution to the girls' football. They had the right to play at the YMCA, but the dads had to mow the pitch. They didn't have a mower, marked out, and the kids needed their kit. So we were up there on Saturday mornings. There were 85 little from 5 to 11-year-olds playing footy, and there's 8 teams they've got, and it was really impressive, wasn't it?
It was absolutely wonderful to see. And
Yeah.
the growth of girls and women's sport, particularly in Henley, has
It
been
was lovely.
fantastic.
And they looked at you, me, and the lady from the YMCA, and the little girl in the audience said, "Are they the government?" And they shook our hands, didn't they? Every single one of them shook our hands. So that's really delightful. So I mean, we helped the Brownies. They applied to this council. Not the Brownies, the Scouts. And you were £800 short. They wanted to take them to Wales. And I contacted this Chief Scout chap and said that Thamesfield would pick up the 800 quid, and asked my other 2 trustees, who are Liz Hodgkin, former mayor, and Clive Wilkinson. And we did, and so he said, "Oh, well, that's great. I don't have money worries now. I've just got to do with health and safety." So this is the sort of thing that Thamesfield does. So for young people, particularly bursaries. We don't do buildings, but we're great supporters of Nomad. The skate park was, I think we gave them about £45,000 to finish the skate park as well. So that's really who we are. We're not, we don't have a sitting councillor on them. It just happens to be on it, but. So any youth organisations you're connected with, if you have a really good cause, just we're very unbureaucratic. It's just the 3 of us, and we know Hending, we know the organisation. So just email us and give us a proposal, and we'll let you know. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Dodds. Councillor Hinton.
As councillor Candia reminded me, and councillor Egerton isn't here, I thought I'd give a quick update on the YMCA AGM. Which was great because it was attended by Alan Steele, who runs the football club that councillor Dodds has just mentioned. And he was there because it's their new home, and in the 3 weeks since they've begun, he was incredibly proud to call it their home because they were already the biggest girls football team in Henley after just 3 weeks of running. And again, we spoke funding, was very pleased with all of the funding as well. It was also really great to have an update about the new gardening club being run by the YMCA. This is particularly important to me because the reason I got involved in the council was through a gardening club as a tenant of the YMCA. And so to know that that's all starting again, maybe we can get some new councillors out of that. That would be great. But actually, the big thing at the AGM and the reason that we were there is that Rosemary Duckett, who was the chairman and is now the vice president under Krish Kandara, who's the president of the YMCA now. She was retiring as a trustee, retiring as chairman, and so when she first started, I was a tenant of the YMCA. Then I became a volunteer, then a trustee, and now just a visitor as a councillor at the AGMs. And during that time, she was instrumental in raising the funds with Julian Brooks to help save the YMCA because we had to buy it as housing in its own right and become housing providers, not under the umbrella of YMCA England anymore. So it was a real celebration, the AGM, of everything that's gone on for the last 15 years to really secure this housing for young, the only housing that we have locally for young people. So yeah, it's really positive and great AGM. And the new chairman is a gentleman called Andrew Newell. He's not, I understand, a particularly local person that has a lot of experience within the YMCA groups. He's chaired other YMCAs, and he brings, along with all of the local trustees that are on the board, a wealth of experience. So it goes from strength to strength.
Thank you, Councillor Hinton. Councillor Campbell. Thank you,
thank you. It was just to also note, thanks to the street repairs, as a local cyclist, it has been absolutely amazing to experience a bump-free cycling around some of the roads in Henley. So thank you to all the various councillors have done that. Yes, more to come, please. Yeah, just a quick update from Greener Henley. There is an AGM that they have asked everyone to save the date for on Monday, 2nd of December. So please save the date, Greener Henley AGM, Monday, 2nd of December. Thank you.
I think on that particular point, we should institute a new cycling route, Lauren, which is New Street, Thameside, Hart Street, Bell Street, New Street, Thameside, Hart Street, Bell Street. And we just go around in a circle because it's a good road.
Councillor Blunt.
Yourself and myself attended the Ribbon Row Museum away day at Brooklands about 2 Fridays ago, and it was very positive. Really strong group of trustees, a few new ones on the board, and what looks like a much more positive future ahead. They've got a strong grip on what will be announced sort of early next year, so I won't sort of give away all the details, but they've got a strong strategy to sort of pivot and shift much stronger than they have done over the previous years that it's been running. They laid bare how dire the situation is. They sort of were completely transparent with the new trustees, and they've got some brilliant minds on that who can hopefully, or have already put in place the strategies. We came away after a full 9 hours sat at Brooklands, and by the end of it, after going away in breakaway groups and all sorts of stuff, there is a clear strategy that now will be implemented. So hopefully we can work in collaboration with them when they announce it, and we'll be sort of, our holders in that. But it was very positive.
Thank you, Councillor Blunt. Any more? No, thank you very much. As Mayor's civic engagement, it's a little bit shorter than normal, but that is because it has only been 4 weeks since our last full council. Yeah, it's touching on the point, I don't know who approved this schedule of meetings this year. It was certainly not to do with me. That was completely to do with me, actually. But no, there have been some really fun things over the last few weeks that have been very satisfying to be able to go to. Always fun to be involved with the Twinning Association. I've never played Petanque before, but that is quite an. I wasn't very good at it. And choosing the Christmas tree, the boat parade, and quite a few local charity ones as well. So I was, it's been actually a relatively busy month. But with no questions on that, I will move to agenda item 9. Slight change from the agenda I posted at the front. This is actually to approve expenditure for a tractor. But I am but thank you very much for the updated report. It's been very informative. Do I have a proposer for this motion? Councillor Hinton?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really, I think the report speaks for itself as they always do. They're very thorough, they're very clear. It's been discussed on at least 2 of the committees, I think R&A and Finance Strategy Management. So I think that we should go with recommendation 5.1. I'm going to propose that.
You second, Councillor Plant? Thank you very much. Anyone else wish to speak on the motion? All in favour? Thank you. And lastly, we have the community engagement policy that we're proposing to adopt. There's been a couple of slight amendments from last time. It was presented to committee. Councillor Town Clerk, would you like to speak to the changes?
The amendments are noted on the version control, which is on the front page. So it's really around 5.3. There's nothing particularly major to go through. But happy to take any questions on.
Any questions? No? Do I have a proposer? Oh, Councillor Candiah.
Thanks, just saying, I really welcome this community engagement policy. I think it's brilliant for us to be having these opportunities to talk. And I'm also mindful of the new Henley Town Council info tents in the market square, like a couple times a month or once a month or so. So I think all these opportunities to highlight what it is that we're doing is really positive.
So did you have a question as well, or was it just a comment?
It was a comment.
That's fine. Case, right. Which I propose from the chair, we'll have seconder, Councillor Plant.